Hey, did you make off with that armor while none of us were looking? Because I've gotta admit, you look pretty snazzy in it.
He didn't steal it, if that's what you mean. Bregan gave it to him as a parting gift.
Ah, right. Although it makes sense, I guess. It's like a symbol of rebellion in its own way.
Which is why it should have been your father wearing this, not me.
I don't know. I don't think he could have pulled it off like you, man.
I wonder what the last wearer of this armor was dreaming of for Cyslodia when they decided to rise up and fight.
Who knows? Anyone who could have answered that is long gone. Truth is always lost with the departed.
Are you saying there's no point in trying to understand why they gave up their lives?
No, only that it's impossible to know for sure. Look, I can tell that you're concerned about Cyslodia's future, but we do have other things to take care of. You can't shoulder all of the world's problems, Alphen. If you try to, you'll only find yourself buried by the weight of it all.
Yeah, I know. My path is forward, and I'll do what I can, here and now.
You were born in Calaglia, right, Law?
Oh yeah. It's scalding hot all the time there, so I was shocked when I learned Cyslodia is the exact opposite. Not to mention dark.
Not anymore, thankfully.
How did you even manage to cross the border between realms? All 5 realms are supposed to be closed off, due to the nature of the crown contest.
What? Is this an interrogation now?
I didn't mean it like that. I just figured if a Dahnan like you was able to slip between realms, it could come in handy later.
Ah, good thinking. I don't think I really did anything all that creative, though.
What? Don't tell me you climbed over the walls of fire.
Oh, hell no. Not even Zeugles could do something that crazy. Nah, I stowed away.
In what?
Oh, you'll like this. The realms don't maintain much contact with each other, but there are resources each is looking to trade for. So, there are cargo convoys from each of the lords that go around a few times a year to lend those resources to each other.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was the only time the gates of Calaglia would ever open up.
Right. Obviously, they don't let Dahnans ride with them, so I snuck on board inside some cargo instead.
So you were carried out of the realm? You did great not getting caught. Way to go.
Let's just say I've always had a knack for sneaking around since I was little. I was also really desperate to get the hell out of Calaglia at the time. I had more guts than brains that day. If I had to guess, I probably wasn't the first one to ever do something like that. Dahnan or Renan.
I wonder if that's how Ganabelt, was able to hear about what happened in Calaglia so quickly.
So in other words, we should always assume that the enemy is informed about whatever it is that we may be up to, wherever we go.
Yeah!
Hey. Hmm? Hmm.
Thanks for letting me stick around, you guys.
Sure, we're happy to have you. But are you sure you don't want to head back to Calaglia?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I can help yet. But for now, I'm going to follow Alphen and see what happens next.
Okay, off we go.
I think Hoodle senses something. will be a delicious piece of cake.
First strike!
Glacial spear. Here's the evil. That's quite a target.
Your father once made the same remark.
So even my dad knows, huh?
Do it!
This could be useful. The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. Hi, Hoodle.
Here I come! Here it comes!
Shining supernova!
We got the advantage.
You're good!
These ones
Just
can
have to
run
make
rings
sure we
around
keep
us.
it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on it.
It's over!
Blazing storm!
Swirl blade! Slash!
Ice tornado!
I'll finish you here and now! Take this!
Lightning raging!
Blow away! Slash! Rising wyvern! Burn!
I'm not brave. I just do what I have to do.
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
No choice!
Raging flame! Fury! Burning here! Laser spear! Here's the
It's
evil!
over!
Lightning laser! Airborne beast! My spec!
They got me flamed!
Burning!
Flying free! Why did they turn it still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
That's quite a talent.
Your father once.
So even my dad knows it, huh? Didn't even break a sweat.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dance in the wind! Instant here!
Slash! Swirl
I'll be
blade!
saving this one!
Take this!
Burning
Here I come!
Glacial it's like trying to hear us in the wall!
You're mine! It's over!
Damn, beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell you will.
Do it! It's over!
Barely a blip on our radar. Let's dispose of the trash.
Big with darkness!
Take this! Talon hurricane!
Ice tornado!
Come one, come all! Here I come! Do it!
We won that by a mile. I think Hoodle senses something. I think it's safe to rest here now.
Okay, off we go.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
I think Hoodle senses something.
No backing down!
Swirl blade!
Searing flame!
Now you see what I can do!
Not on my watch!
You're mine! Mirage!
Here you to go! Pierce evil! Gotchi nail!
You're mine!
Take it!
Slash!
It's over!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning condemned!
Now I'm in the
Thunderblade!
groove!
Resurrect!
Infernal Torrent!
Pierce
Eat
evil!
this!
Silent Storm!
Freeze Lantern! The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you... even know about all that astrally stuff.
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads. I think Hoodle senses something.
Where does that drawbridge connect to?
No idea, but I've seen it get lowered. It can't be lowered from this side anyway, so it's useless to us.
Out of our way!
No escape! Rising Rider! You're fit for first strike! I'll run you through!
We got the advantage.
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause
Barely a blip on our radar.
No choice. Here I come!
Rising
Wyvern! Not
we are
today!
freaking invincible!
Falcon and the others truly are strong.
What about me? Fantastic! Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to focus.
I was only trying to be nice.
So those are Dahna natural arts.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Didn't even break a sweat. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Escape ready! Where are you going? Please now! War for the Cyan instant!
Here I come! Rising
Here I
Wyvern!
go!
You've got flyers!
I've got this! Let
Do
us
it!
handle it!
All yours!
Burning!
We're in good form!
I hate camping out.
Law?
Yeah, sorry. Just a little travel weary is all. Looking forward to finally getting out of here, you know?
Still beating yourself up about your dad, aren't you?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But that's not what I was just thinking about.
Oh?
I never did tell you how I ended up hanging around with the Snake Eyes, did I?
Not properly. All I know is you had a falling out with your dad and ran away from home.
Getting to Cislodia almost killed me. Once there, though, I actually ended up joining a resistance organization, believe it or not. Of course, before long, someone ratted us out. And we were ambushed by the Snake Eyes. I'd never seen such brutality. If I hadn't surrendered...
Law?
I don't know why. They let me live. They made me watch as they butchered my friends right in front of my eyes. I still have nightmares. I hear roars of Zeugles as my friends scream. The snow stained red with blood. And all the while, those bastards laughing. I thought that with Ganabelt defeated, I'd be able to put it all behind me. Turns out that was a little optimistic. I was terrified they would kill me too. So I wound up betraying the memory of my friends and getting my old man killed in the process. I wonder if I'm any braver now. What if one day I panic again and end up running away like always?
And leave us behind? You really think you'd do that?
I hope not. But who's to say what I'm really capable of?
Ah! I found you.
Something wrong, Rinwell?
How very perceptive of you. When I turned around, you were gone, so we came back to look for you.
Maybe tell us next time you decide to stop? We need all our manpower to face these Zeugles.
Geez, okay. I can't help it when nature calls, can I?
Nature? Ew, gross! Here?
Let's make tracks, shall we?
I hope he makes it through this.
You invited him along. He's your liability.
He's Zephyr's son, Shion. What was I supposed to do? Just leave him?
Fine. Just don't come crying to me about it, all right? I've got enough deadbeats slowing me down as it is.
Why did people dig this path so far underground?
Maybe it was too dangerous on the mountains for them to traverse over them.
So you're saying that before Dahna was conquered, Dahnans made this so that they'd have a way to get through the mountains?
If I had to guess, they might have even lived inside of these once upon a time.
Not like there's any way of knowing now. Not after all our history was lost.
No, it wasn't lost. It was stolen from us by the Renans because they thought slaves didn't need it. And because keeping it around would have made it harder to control us.
It's not all gone. Look at that over there.
What is it? It looks like a broken piece from a dish or something.
Probably. It's true the Renans erased a lot of our history. But if we look hard enough, I think we'll find there's still plenty of it left. But first, we have to win the freedom to even look for it.
We'll win it all right. Then we'll reclaim our history.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a Snake Eye and you were a Silver Sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones, running with a Renan.
Lost! Here I come! Eat that! Here's a
Armor won't save you!
Where are you going? My active raging cascade! Is it high? Dispatch it out again! More for the stockpile!
Take this!
I want it!
It's over!
One more time!
That's like you. Glad you have your uses.
Flame of fury!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of them!
Well, someone's feeling lively.
Raging cascade!
Rollerblade!
Spread! Dance in the wind!
Anything in order!
Really saving this one!
Slash!
Cyan is back into the front! Too much to handle!
Viper!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! One more!
I'm on it!
Mega
Good!
Ray!
Damn it! Swallow Blade!
This one's mine!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! Got fire!
I got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Airdrop! And again! Like Astro Magic is doing!
Rising Viper! Mirage!
In here!
Here I come!
Do it!
It's over! Jump!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
This could be useful.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Swallow Blade!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Dance in the wind! Lightning! Steel!
Smash you!
I never
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty! Here I come! Rising Viper!
into the fray!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
Swallow Blade!
No complaints
here!
It must take guts to fight without a weapon. I'm not brave. I just do what I have to.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
You're most comfortable at a range.
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
We're in good form!
Go no further!
Armor won't save
Don't mind if I do.
You're mine!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Crush!
Lightning
Did you hear it?
All right, it's showtime.
You made quick work of us!
Want me to pick up these flashlights?
Just pointing it out!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Rising Light! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and... The true power of the blazing sword.
It's only as strong as the one who wields it.
I won't forgive you.
Swallow Blade! Take this!
I never miss.
Eat this!
Sleep now.
Talon Hurricane!
A freezing
Shattering
storm.
Pieces!
They may look cute and
Not
stuff,
today!
but they're vicious.
Swallow Blade! Flying free!
What you think?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Come one, come... This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Bullseye, Shion! Nice!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit.
Oops, right, sorry. Rising Light! Take it! I'm not done! Swallow Blade! It's over!
Do it!
Swallow Blade!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
I'm on flat! Rising Light!
We won that by a mile!
All this walking up and down is a pain.
Yeah, I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other hand, the collapsed parts let you reach some places you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Now that you mention it, the ceiling's not gonna come down on us, is it?
Hey, Law. Back when we left Cisleden, you remember how you said so long as you don't give up, there's nothing to stop someone starting over?
Yeah?
Well, I think you did just that. You've set out on a new path despite what happened in your past. Besides, you're not the only one fumbling your way through things.
You too?
It was your dad who taught me to fight. Back at the start of all this, I knew that so long as I followed him, I wouldn't end up straying. But it was also your dad who told me the importance of becoming my own master, of searching out the answers within me. I always figured I would one day. But at the same time, I had so much more to learn. When he died, I suddenly found myself rudderless. Sure, our immediate goal is to defeat all the lords. But then what comes after that? There's no one left to point me in the right direction. It was then that I realized, no matter how much I fret about it, the only thing I can do is fight. Renan brutality isn't going to right itself. So that's what I'm doing, fighting. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out my next move. Right now, that's about all I can do.
And you really believe you got what it takes to win this? Against all the odds?
Yes, I do. Or at least I want to. If I'm being completely honest, sometimes I'm not really sure whether I can or not. So what if we're still figuring stuff out? If we do it together, then we can support one another along the way. Is there anything so wrong with that?
No, I don't think there is. I think I get it now. We may not know what we're capable of, but we have to try all the same.
Having another one of your secret meetings? Don't tell me you were taking yet another bathroom break?
Oh, we were just engaging in a bit of brotherly bonding. Isn't that right, Alphen?
Yeah, that's right.
Fine then, suit yourselves. Hey, I think I can feel a breeze up ahead. I bet the exit is real close.
Finally! Man, it's been too long since I felt the sun on my face. When I get in a tussle, I go full force right at him. Whoever makes the first move wins.
I do have to admit, it's quite the spectacle to watch you charge in and go to town on someone during a battle.
Yeah, it was actually my old man who taught me to fight that way. The more I lay the beat down on some baddies, the more fired up my fists of fury get.
Zephyr taught you? Wow. I guess you really are following in his footsteps.
There's nothing wrong with being so focused on offense, but the enemy always fights back at some point.
As long as I don't get hit, it's not a problem, right?
So what you're saying is you're too weak to take a hit.
You're not exactly one to talk.
What were you two talking about earlier?
Earlier? Oh, it was just serious guy talk. You know, the kind that girls don't get to hear.
Really?
Don't mind him, Rinwell. It's just... well, maybe it is a little difficult to talk about in front of women.
Difficult to talk about? Okay, now I really want to hear it. Unless... It's not the creepy sort of guy talk, right?
No! Okay? It's not creepy!
Okay, okay. As long as you're fighting fit, you can talk about whatever you like.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? We're finally here. Menancia, the land of green. The place certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it?
Yeah, just feel that breeze. It's like night and day compared to Calaglia and Cyslodia.
Unsullied, fertile land, as far as the eye can see. That's beautiful. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Just... I was thinking the very same thing.
That's the realm capital in the distance. The city of Vicent. A word to the wise before we continue. Menancia has produced more sovereigns over the years than any other.
Shion! Guess we should probably follow after her, shouldn't we? Hey, you all right, Law?
Yeah, fine. I was just thinking how Dad would have enjoyed this view. All this green in one place is incredible. Anyway, let's get moving before we start looking tasty to monsters.
Is he going to be okay?
Eventually. That's a wall he'll have to overcome on his own.
So if I remember right, there are 6 elements of astral energy, and darkness is only on Rena, and light can only be found on Dahna, right?
Right. I only remember because my parents drilled it all into my head when I was little.
How did we find out about dark astral energy in the first place if it's not on Dahna, though?
Beats me. I couldn't tell you how or when we figured out that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff we've forgotten along the way, too.
Yeah, I bet. And then we forget that knowledge was even forgotten at all, and it's back to square one.
Exactly. That's why we need to take good care of what knowledge and artifacts we still have left.
You really have a thing for old stuff, don't you?
Well, I don't know that I'd call it just a thing. It's also something that helps me feel connected to our world.
Connected?
It's nothing. Forget I even mentioned it. I should have guessed that there'd be no way he'd understand. How could he? Whew!
What's wrong? Huh?
Yes! I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Mm-hmm. Just great. That can't be. Nice. Very well.
Maybe we should have left them alone.
Thanks, Shion.
Why are you thanking me? I hate camping out.
Why do you keep staring at me, Shion?
Just, what is that wolf on your shoulder?
Oh, this thing? I love it! I got it off a street vendor for just 10 gold.
I don't know if that's something to brag about,
Hey, 10 gold's a bargain if you ask me.
because it wouldn't sell otherwise. It serves no practical purpose. Honestly, I'm surprised you paid 10 whole gold for it.
Shut up!
But the detail is so lifelike. I think you made a good choice, Law.
Really?
I have no idea why you wear it over your shoulder, though.
I think it looks pretty cool.
87! 88! 89! Oh, shoot!
What the? Is the enemy attacking?
Sorry about that. You're not hurt, are you?
Law? What on Dahna are you doing?
What am I doing? Training, obviously. I found these nice and heavy rocks that I decided to strap onto my arms, but I guess I didn't tie them down good enough because they went flying.
So you were doing improvised weight training. You and your crazy ideas.
I can't help it. If I'm not training, it's easy for me to get anxious.
Well, that's fair. Actually, I remember seeing you practicing your forms for some time when we were camping the other day.
Yep. No amount of muscle will do you any good if you don't stay on top of your fighting forms. It always feels good when I know I'm still sharp.
Sounds to me like you have too much pent-up energy.
Don't train so hard that you wind up hurting yourself, Law. I promise you, you're already perfectly strong as it is.
No, I'm not. You never know what we'll run into out there. You can never go into a fight too prepared. And that's the truth. Besides, I won't rest until I know that I'm stronger than you, Alphen.
Oh, I see how it is. Well, I don't plan on letting you beat me. Maybe I'll add some weights to my sword and practice swinging it. That should help out.
Alphen, are you crazy?
You're right. This does make for decent training. Good call with the extra weight, Law.
Right? Now you get it?
Since we've already come this far, what do you say we have a little one-on-one with our rocks strapped on?
Hell yeah! I'm down for that! Just give me a second, I'll be all ready to roll. Okay, I'm all set. Let's do this! Take this!
I'm just getting started.
Our camp is completely wrecked!
Go. You two are cleaning it up.
Yes, Shion. Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Shouldn't you be resting?
I wanted to talk with you for a bit.
I don't really want to talk right now.
Right. I'll, stop bothering you then.
I didn't say you were bothering me. Sorry. Don't take it personally. I'm just not used to being around other people, so I don't really know how to chit-chat.
Well, for a start, you let your guard down a little. Hey, here's a thought. What if you tell me about your childhood?
What with my thorns and all, I didn't really have one. Not to speak of, anyway. Although, I guess I did have one friend.
Who was it?
A really old doll.
Oh.
When I was a little girl, the doll was the only thing I could touch and hold without worrying about my thorns hurting it. I would do things like dress it up or sit it on my lap when I was eating. The two of us were practically inseparable.
Can I ask something?
Is it about the fact that I played with dolls?
No, it isn't. I only wanted to ask who gave you the doll in the first place.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Where is it now?
I had to leave it behind when I left Lenegus. I didn't have a choice. Most likely it's long gone at this point. I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh. You okay? You made a weird sound.
Sorry. I was just thinking how amazing this view is.
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen mountains and fields before?
Actually, now that I think about it, it's not every day we get to enjoy views like this.
You too?
Yeah. Calaglia has rocky landscapes, but the terrain here is completely different. Like, you see that mountain over there? Doesn't it look like a big wave that somebody turned into stone?
Right? And those ones look like the horns or claws of some giant monster. I'm surprised they managed to stay up.
Yeah, just be thankful we don't have to pass under them.
Actually,
They won't come tumbling down that easily.
You sure about that?
Menancia harvests earth energy, which explains why the topography is so varied here. It's also why those rocks are bound to be sturdy.
So all that astral energy is also what makes this realm look so lush then. Does astral energy really have that much of an impact on the land?
Yeah. Is that why even that mountain looks the way that it does?
The stronger the energy is, the greater impact it has on lots of things. So yes, like a great big fire.
but these imbalances are too pronounced to be nature's work. It's not how Dahna would otherwise naturally look.
If it's not natural, then you mean all of this is the Renans doing?
When you put it like that, even something as nice looking as this starts to feel wrong.